So your company Opus touts
Mhm.
itself as creating interactive stories and games in real time. No technical skills or capital investments needed, which I love. So what about AI enables people to make creative stories and projects more easily? And can your program create original stories and games, or does everything stem from some sort of human input?
So the short answer is that it's always a human driver at the top. And the long answer, slightly long answer, because
Take your time.
a slightly long answer is that when you see a game or a movie, what do you see? You think that I don't know, some really creative person. So let's talk about some one of the movie that I like, The Martian, right?
Mhm.
A lot of good acting, like
Yeah,
very nice story, kind of like all the survival and everything going on.
right.
But the truth is that that creativity is, I don't know, like 2% or probably 1% of the overall thing.
Mm.
Actual movie making or a game making or any creative production is actually a lot of technical work. There's a lot of engineers. There are a lot of good camera work. There's a lot of expensive equipment, sets, and all that.
Right.
Which means is that even if you say so, automating creativity is not going to help us.
Right.
That's my simple answer.
Right.
If I can automate creativity, I can say I can create super creative story which is original using AI. It's not going to help any of us.
Right.
The reason for that is that there's still a lot of all that creative work, there a lot of technical work that needs to be done
Right.
to bring it to screen, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing that part. We're not doing the creative part. Creative part, we're saying that there are a lot of creative people. There are very smart people who write, can imagine these all these fascinating worlds. Great,
Right.
and what we're doing, we're saying that okay, let's automate a whole bunch of technical and capital intensive work,
Right.
which means that if you're creative, you don't have to find you don't have to go to 100 different producers to pitch your idea. You just go and make it, and then you publish it. And what happens is then you as a person can just go and watch it. You like it, you show it to your friend. You kind of start aggregating it, or so that's the overall idea, to put that take away that technical and very repetitive work and automate it,
Right.
whereas human remains on the main seat.
I mean, that's for a movie, especially like The Martian, where there's a lot of technical things required because there's so much CGI and things like that. It's certainly this kind of software can streamline that, get rid of a lot of the barriers, and make it more cost effective.
And the truth of the matter is that today, no movie is actually made on a true set, right? Most of the movies, most of the actors are just in front of a green screen.
Right.
They're doing their thing, and then there are millions of dollars spent on CGI to make it work. Like look at let's say your Endgame, right? Avengers Endgame.
Sure.
All CGI, all actors, literally even their clothes are not real, right? They're just at max you can say their facial expressions, maybe their body movements, but even those are edited. Like look at Thanos, right? I mean, it's not an actual person, right?
Right.
It's just motion capture. So which means is that where is the creativity? Okay, somebody came up with a story, somebody came up with the dialogue, but that was like way before the movie started into production.
Right. And that wasn't, although writing a movie and, creating the whole story is complicated.
It's complicated.
It is, but the technical process of the CG, right.
It's a super tiny part, and you can sit in your apartment, on your couch, and can do it all by yourself.
Right.
You don't have to spend, you'll spend time, but that's just your creative time. Yeah, you're taking it. But an example is that how many scripts do you think, the percent of the overall scripts that actually are made into movies? Let's come up with a hypothetical figure. What do you think?
10 to 20%?
It's 0.03%. So if you're a writer You want to be make the, and that's, I'm not talking about the, your top movies, I'm talking about generally movies, right? So
Right.
if you're a writer, you probably have the same chance of being a rock star than actually have your script produced.
Produce.
In So we talked to, like, a lot of these creative people. I mean, we previously talked to, but this time we're like, really went and, like, we say, okay, let's figure out. So we talked to, California has a writers guild, and they were like, we showed them a demo for what, what we're thinking and what we are doing, and the guy went nuts. Like, the archives that we have of all the scripts that are never gonna make into a movie, I can just start putting it into this. I don't even have to talk to anybody, right? You don't, just those scripts. Wow. I just start copy pasting, and so it's insane. Like, the creativity that goes to waste.
That's incredible that your software is that powerful. Can you speak a little bit? I mean, I'm not such a technical person, but can you speak a little bit about how the AI works and how it can be so automated that you can just put in some old script that someone wrote a decade ago and it will create almost a full-fledged movie? But how much human input and time does it need, or can the program really run on its own?
So the idea that the overall concept that we started is that to remove the technical barrier. And technical barrier is basically when you write a script, you're writing it for a director, right? So the director kind of reads the script, your actors kind of read their own lines and all that. You take that script and you actually copy paste directly into a software. And it can be a formal script that is, you wrote it for a movie, but you can also actually take kind of a book. And we're not like, I wouldn't say like, it's an ambitious project. It's like a very, so we're in that for the long run. But the idea is that if you take a century-old book, right? So let's say my favorite book is, let's say, some of the Isaac Asimov's, hardcore sci-fis, right?
Sure.
That will likely not gonna, so they're like, around 50, 60-year-old, and still you don't see any production, right? You don't see actual, so you're just reading it. So my idea is that, okay, can I take this and I can paste it into the software, and it can create something, maybe not hyper accurate, but something. And then you kind of add more information, like, hints, and, it turns it into a video.
Right.
So that's where we are. That's overall the idea. That's where we're heading towards. And right now where we're at is that we can write, and it starts generating in real time.
Right.
We can show you a demo of